Welcome to Metaphysical Hippie Chicks 2.0, where open minds meet and every conversation weaves another thread into the fabric of reality, seen and unseen. I'm your host, Susanna Massari, psychic medium and author of Living Beyond Death. My co-hosts are Annalisa Bastiani and Terry Scalia. Join us as we journey through consciousness, mediumship, channeling, and authentic and sustaining spirituality. So let's get busy with some soul work and raise our consciousness together. I'm here with my besties, Annalise Bastiani and Terry Scalia, and also my husband, Tom Massari, who is going to talk to us a little bit about channeling. And then Abram will be coming through, who will be talking about channeling versus mediumship. So we're going to start off with Tom speaking a little bit about his experience as a channel, how it happened, what he had to do to be at the point where he is right now. So take it away, Tom.
Back in 1972, I was living in Simi Valley, California. I had a girlfriend who had 3 sons. And whenever I went into one of the sons' bedrooms, I always felt like someone was there with me, but I could never see anyone. So I figured there was a ghost. So one night we had a friend visiting us, and I said, let's go into this bedroom and see if we can communicate with the ghost. Let's see if we can talk to the ghost. We had no idea what we were doing. Went into the bedroom, started asking questions. Who are you? How did you die? What are you doing here? Why are you here? And all that. And I started getting answers, but I didn't hear anything. The answers were inside of me, like feelings. So someone would ask a question, and I would say, well, this is what I'm getting, and I would give the answer. And all I remember is the spirit's name was Maria. I don't remember how she died or why she was there. Don't ask me what I had for dinner last night, because it's hard to remember. So my girlfriend and our friend, we all left the bedroom. They went into the front room. I went into the kitchen to get a drink of water. On my way into the front room, I was stopped. I couldn't move. There was this huge electric field around me, and I told him, I said, something is happening. Watch me, make sure I'm going to be okay. Then I started reciting Shakespeare with an English accent. And for a few minutes, I would be this other personality reciting Shakespeare. A few minutes, I would snap back to being Tom and look at them, and I would say, what is going on? And a few minutes again with the Shakespearean guy reciting Shakespeare. A few minutes back to being Tom. This went on for about 3 hours. So at the end, I was so drained, I was in bed for 2 weeks. I could not get out of bed, except to, go to the bathroom and maybe eat a little bit. So I had to have friends come over and take care of me. This personality gave the name John Rolfes, Shakespearean actor in the late 1700s in England. So I wasn't freaked out by it. It didn't scare me at all. I figured either this is real or I'm taking that step over the edge. And if I'm losing it, I'll get some help and maybe I'll be okay. Maybe not, who knows? But I decided to try to find him in a library book because I wanted to know if this was real or if this was just like, me losing it. So I went to the library and I found him in a library book. John Rolfe, Shakespearean actor, late 1700s. The energy changed shortly thereafter, and Abram announced himself, and I've been channeling Abram ever since, going on a little over 53 years now. And I'm only 35 years old, so figure it out. It took me 8 years to learn how to, the most important thing with channeling and mediumship, most important thing and the hardest thing is to get yourself out of the way so that they can link with you and bring through the information that they need to give to you. It took me 8 years to learn how to do that because at the time, there was a very small handful of us channeling. And back then, we were called mediums. We weren't channels yet. So along the way, somebody came up, some smart guy came up and said, I have an idea. Let's call them all channels. So that's how that happened. I don't care for the word channel. I refer to myself as being a sleep medium because that's what I am and that's what I do. I go into a kind of a sleep state, and then Abram comes and he connects with me and he manifests. So again, it took me 8 years to learn how to get out of the way. I was curious to know if this was real or not, like anybody else, everybody, is this my imagination or is this really happening to me? So I let myself get tested by doctors, ministers, nurses, psychologists, psychiatrists, and they all came up with the same conclusion that it was real. So I figured, okay, I'm not afraid of it. If it happens again, I'll see where it goes. And it's been going on for a little over 53 years now. So that's my story.
It's amazing.
Annalisa, do you have a question? I'm still trying to formulate a question for him.
I don't know if I have a question. Well, in regards to getting yourself out of the way, I know it took a long time, but what seemed to spark the ability to do that? Is there something tangible you can hold on to?
I think it was trusting in Abram. I met a very prominent doctor in LA, and he was working with one of his patients was a girl who had either muscular dystrophy or something else. I don't remember what the other illness is. And he told Abram, everything I'm trying is not working. Do you have any ideas? So Abram started giving him ideas, and I was hearing all of this, and I was thinking, I hope to God this guy knows what he's talking about, because I don't want this doctor to come back and sue me if something happens to his patient. A couple of months later, he came back and he told Abram, well, what you're telling me is working. I'm getting progress now. That's when I started to trust Abram, and I thought to myself, okay, evidently he knows what he's doing, so I'm just going to mind my own business, and I'm going to get out of the way. If I have a good day or a bad day, I'm going to take all of those emotions and just set them aside and just let him do what he knows how to do best.
I remember the first time that you channeled publicly, because I was in your ESP class in Milwaukee, and I will never get this image out of my head. And that when you started going into whatever you do, however you do it, and you backed up into the back wall, and there were chairs, metal chairs that we had around for the students, but they were being unused, and you backed into those and kind of pushed a couple of aside, and I could see this energy field around you that was huge, and what you went through to bring your source through was amazing. For me, it was terrifying. It was the first time I saw it, but I was so excited about it. I was terrified. I was scared, but it was, give me more. And it was so amazing. And what I'm wondering is, how has Abram evolved over the years? Because I've heard recordings from years ago, decades ago, where he's talking very loudly, and and it's changed. How has he evolved as you have evolved over the years of 53 years channeling?
Yeah. He has explained that as people evolve, so do they on the other side, if you want to say on the other side. They go through the same processes to evolve like we do. So as I was maturing on my end of the channeling, he was maturing on his end of the channeling. That's the best I can do, because a lot of this stuff I don't even know for myself, and I've been doing it a long time.
I know that when I was, who was somebody going to ask?
No, I was going to ask a question.
Go ahead.
So can anyone channel or?
No.
Okay.
No, he has said over and over, and I believe I've seen and heard a lot of channels in my career as a channel, and I believe you have to be born into it. It's like the old master composers of yesteryear. They just didn't decide, well, I want to compose a suite of music, or I want to compose a cantata or something, and just become this famous composer. You don't do that. And a lot of these people channeling, they think it's cool and something that they can share with their friends and feel good about themselves and post on Facebook and Instagram and all these places and get a lot of likes and views. You have to be born into it, just like the composers were born into it. Artists are born into being an artist. If you're not, Abram explained it this way, and I think it's really, really a good way that he explained it. When you have a desire, so let's say I'm just a guy and I think, I want to be a channel. I like this. This is really interesting to me. I want to be able to do that. And I wasn't born into it, okay, as an example. So my desire could be strong enough so that my mind would create a state of being that imitates channeling. And I would not be getting the information from an outside source like Abram. I would be getting the information from maybe my subconscious or my unconscious mind. So anyone can get information from the subconscious or the unconscious if they really know how to do it and work at it. It doesn't mean you're a channel. You have to be born into it to be a real, authentic channel.
And hang on a sec. Don't you have to have, or isn't there an agreement between you and your source before you were born?
Yeah. He explains it. And if you ask any real channel, they'll give you the same story. in between physical lives, my physical lives, somehow, somewhere, Abram and I got together and talked about the possibility of working together in the area of channeling in this, my physical lifetime now, my present life. So we agreed on it in certain terms and conditions, and we thought, okay, let's go ahead and do it. I didn't know I was a channel when I was 3 years old and 5 years old. It was when I was in my 20s, I think 24 in 72, that it just happened. I started, channeling this John Rolfe's character. So it just kind of happened to me all of a sudden. And at the time, I was a drummer in a band, so my whole life was music, and I figured the rest of my life would be music. But, things change. You have a plan, and the plan always changes.
Go ahead,
God laughs.
Lisa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think my question was regarding when you're watching someone else channel, how do you know if they are not channeling their subconscious versus channeling someone else? Is there a way for you as a person who's watching someone?
When you watch a medium, you can tell if the medium is authentic or not. You use your instinct. You use your gut feeling and the way the medium presents himself or herself. The same thing with channels. I can tell an authentic channel by the way they kind of go into their thing, let me put it that way, and bring forth their source. And I can tell when a person is not a channel because, all of a sudden they'll be talking and, we'll bring in this counsel and that counsel and hello, and I'm this counsel and that counsel, with blinking with their eyes open and talking in their voice. And there's no energy. I'm not feeling anything, there's no feeling there. So you can tell if you use your feeling. And some of these channels or so-called channels, they have their own routine. Let me put it that way. They have their own routine, how they start channeling. And it's just not, let me be nice, it's not authentic. You can tell. You can tell. Use your instinct. Use your gut feeling.
To add on to that, do you think that it's a co-conscious channeling? Do you think that is something, or is that not something?
What's you're also awake, channeling?
Where you're also, if I'm channeling, I am also aware and having a conversation with the source at the same time.
Yeah, conscious channeling. That's real.
That's it. That's real. Okay.
That's a form of channeling. But if you're a conscious channel, you really have to work at getting out of the way, because it would be really easy or fairly easy to get your logical mind in there or your conscious mind in there and influence the information.
Right.
So you have to be really vigilant about getting out of the way completely. But yeah, it's real.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you do that?
I don't know. That's what I was going to ask Abram about. Am I someone who has made some sort of contract with someone?
Be a good question for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that if you conscious channel that you really have to have an agreement with a certain source, because I've been off and on. It doesn't depend on me. It depends on the person or guide or higher being that comes through. It's usually their choice of whether they're going to come through and give me that information. It takes a lot of practice to get out of your own way. You have to stay vigilant while you're doing the reading to stay out of the way. And so I, at certain points, will ground myself and think of myself getting out of the way just to make sure that I'm not getting in the way. And I have had loved ones come through in conscious channeling. I've had their guides come through. I've had my guides come through. I've had my ET family, members of my ET family come through. So I think when you conscious channel, you're still open to other energies that come in, but there is, anyone can claim that they're doing it. And I know we've talked about this on another episode that you do it, Annalisa.
Oh, okay.
But some of the people that we see on YouTube, and this is our main example because there's a lot of mediums and channels and psychics on YouTube, is that you still need to discern on the information that's coming through, the energy that's coming through, and the way that they speak, and everybody's going to do it differently, but this is the way where it happens with me, is that I bypass interpretation. And so I'm a vessel, basically, more of an empty vessel for them to give me information. And so I speak very rapidly. It comes out very rapidly, and there's no interpretation, and the information just comes straight through. So everyone works differently. That's how I work. That's how it happens for me. And it takes it takes practice. It takes skill to do that. You have to have the innate ability to do it first. You know, you still have
Two of you are already mediums, and I think both of you are one step ahead of everyone else.
Well, Terry too. She's just not seasoned. Let me put it that way.
Well, I think that my biggest problem is I don't trust that I'm actually doing it, I guess. Yeah. You know, I know, Tom, stop shaking your head.
No, there's a fly flying around.
Oh. So I've done some channeling. I've channeled my ET family. The first time I did it scared the living crap out of me. And the information that came through was personal to me. And I was going through some struggles, and I recorded the whole thing. And when I listened to it afterwards, it was like, oh my God. I mean, just a light bulb went off in my head. It's like, oh my God, that makes perfect sense. You know, why didn't I think of that kind of thing? But it's me trusting that what is coming through is really coming through from another entity.
Why?
You know what? I see so many channelers like on YouTube, and like what Tom said, you know, they don't even go into like a deep state of whatever that you want to call that. They just start talking you know, with their eyes wide open, like they're having a conversation with someone sitting right in front of them. I'm going, oh, that doesn't look right. Mm-hmm. And there's so many of them out there that do that. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of them. You have to watch and listen for the words that they use when they're supposedly channeling also, because the source will be using different words that the person would not normally use. Abram uses a lot of words I never use, you know, and a lot of, you know, if they say, well, you know, on our planet and we're here with you people, you beautiful, loving people, we are so honored to be, it's not real. It's just not real, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I agree.
There's nothing to not trust. If you've done it one time, and if you said, oh my God, you know, why can't I think of that? Well, you can't think of that because it wasn't you thinking of it. It was someone else giving it to you.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true.
You're like an Italian. You're a hardhead, you know?
Well, I'm Hispanic, so that's, you know, that's Hispanic people are hardheads too.
You're a hardhead. Get over
it.
It's going to come when it's supposed to come.
Come on. You know how many times I've heard that in my life? It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. Yeah, okay.
I'm working on it.
That's a real good excuse. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. That's a good excuse.
Before we have Abram come through, I just also wanted to mention that anyone who has an authentic experience of channeling, there's always a lead up to it. It just doesn't usually happen, you know, like one day.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does.
What about all of those ET and UFO experiences you had leaning into that and leading up to that?
That had to start small and build up to being big.
Yeah. And what's funny, when we were talking about synchronicity in the last episode, when I was working at an auto parts warehouse, I was taking care of the Amazon shipments, and I would print out the labels, and we had been talking about John Rolfes and everything that happened and going to the library and finding out that he was a real person. When I printed out a label for a package one day, the name on it was John Rolfes.
I remember that.
Oh.
I remember that. Yeah.
Nice synchronicity.
Yeah.
That's a long distance delivery on that one.
Took a few centuries.
Take a lot of time to get there.
Rain, sleet, snow.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And also, I want to say that, or just to confirm, there are multiple ways to channel, right? It's like, would you call automatic writing a channel? A form of channel?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, channeling just basically means that you're channel for energy, and that could really be anything.
Because I've done that a few times.
Mm-hmm.
But not everyone can do it. But not everyone is a channel. Just like not everyone is a medium. Right. Not everyone is a composer. Not everyone is an author. Not everyone is an artist, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I used the example in my book that Abram gave me, and that everyone might be able to use a hammer and know how to use a hammer, but not everyone's going to be a carpenter.
Yeah. You can saw a piece of wood, but it doesn't mean you can build a house, you know?
And probably shouldn't.
Probably shouldn't. Should let the professionals do that.
No wannabes there.
Nope.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, you want me to channel for you?
Sure.
Please.
Okay. Still don't like the word channel. How about you want me to become someone else for you? Okay, give me a minute and I'll see you guys when it's all done.
Okay.
Hello, my friends.
Hi, Abram.
Abram.
Hello.
So how are all of you feeling?
Great.
Tingly.
Fabulous.
Keep it that way. So how would you like to begin?
Anyone?
I'm not sure.
If
Well-
you are not sure, then imagine something, because imagination creates reality.
I love that.
Annalisa, you had
Okay.
a question.
I did. Thanks for knowing that. So I'm curious to know if I am on the path to becoming a channel, if I've had some sort of contract with somebody in the in-between, because I feel pulled to it, but I haven't felt anything happen. Like, I don't feel like I've contacted that person, but I feel like I've had automatic writing sessions that may have been with that person. I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's
Good. If
actually
you want to
some
connect with that person, then let yourself connect with that person. You are just
Okay.
stopping yourself because you are
Okay.
really not sure if you are or are not first of all, a medium, and secondly, a conscious channel. Boy, I don't know what I am. I cannot decide what I am or who I am or why I am. So you stop yourself, my friend. Yes?
I think you've met me before.
You are a conscious channel. Yes, absolutely you are. So just let yourself become that. Draw the energy of that idea to you. Let the energy of the idea settle inside of you, and you will become it. It is very simple, my friend. Yes, you can do it, and you are that.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I have the same question.
Unfortunately, my friend, just playing with you. You could have been channeling all along, but again, you are stopping yourself, my friend, because you are not sure if it is real or your imagination or just making things up. I can tell you one thing. When you decide to let yourself become the channel for those ET beings, when you let yourself become that, you will have a big surprise. And get a recording device ready, because you will need it. Stop thinking you cannot do something. All of you, don't ever think you cannot do something. You can do everything when you let yourself. So just let yourself be the channel for those ET beings. You could have been doing it all along. So maybe it is time to really get down to business and do it now, my friend. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea.
It can be a great idea, but ideas mean nothing unless you act upon them, you know.
Yes, I know.
So, will you act upon the idea, yes or no?
Yes,
When?
today.
At what time?
What time is it? Noon, my time.
And what will you do? What is your first step?
My first step is to go through all of my electronic stuff and look for my recorder.
How long will that take you?
I don't know. Maybe 10 minutes.
All right. What will be step number 2?
Oh my God, we're going to narrow this down.
I'm taking notes.
People all over your world are going to hear this, my friend.
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
I know.
Step number 2 will be what?
Step number 2 would be getting it ready to use, turning it on, do an intro, whatever, date and
May I give
time,
you a
and
step- May
etc.
I give you a step number 3?
Yes.
Sit quietly, have a straight spine, no slouching. Close your eyes, relax, take a couple of nice deep breaths, and just open yourself up to the possibility and or probability that someone is with you. Because let me tell you a secret. They are always with you, my friend. Always. And many times you do feel their energy. Many times you do not recognize it. Many times you are not even aware of it. But many times you do feel their energy. They are always around you. They are, let me put it this way, your family. Don't shut them out. Invite them in. Do you understand that?
I do understand that.
How does that feel to you?
That feels great.
Good. Now, I will be watching you. So make sure you will do it. Just playing with you, my friend.
I have a question, Abram.
Go ahead.
I was sitting in a doctor's office one day and I was talking to Terry on the phone, and there was what do you call them, Terry, the insectoid type being? And I saw that being come through.
You mean like the mantis being?
The mantis being. And what I got from him was that he was a guide of Terry's, and then he was gone. So is that the individual, or was that just part of her family coming through, and why did I see it as a mantis-looking individual?
That was part of it. You see them as they appear in many different forms, because as you get to know yourself, they get to know themselves also. They are not different than you physical human beings. We are not different than you physical human beings. We are all the same. We are all connected. They are all the same as you are. They are all connected with you also. So you see them as they need to present themselves first, because they need to present themselves in certain ways so that they can understand themselves. Now, if I were you, I would focus more on the family being of the Pleiades, my friend. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Work with them.
Okay.
They have a lot to tell you, a lot to bring to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
What is the point? What is the point, Abram, of being a channel or a medium, and why do people want to be a channel or a medium?
The point is up to the individual who decides to be a channel, who is born into being a channel, who has a connection with an outside source. Everyone is different, my friend. Every individual is different. Every purpose is different. Tom's purpose in joining with me is simply to allow me to be with you people, teach you things, guide you people in certain areas, bring you information that you have forgotten about, because nothing is new. And on top of all of that, I simply enjoy it. This is fun for me. I enjoy being with you people. It is almost like I am being in physical reality all over again. But not really. But almost. But not really. But almost.
But not really?
Each of you will have your reason, your purpose in doing what you are doing. There is not a blanket purpose for all channels, all mediums, all authors, all composers, all artists, and all the rest. Everyone has their own reason and purpose and meaning.
Are you still living your life as a Mayan shaman somewhere?
Yes. There you need to understand there are countless dimensions in reality and out of your reality. As I am energy, you can call me spirit, ghost, energy, whatever you would like to call me. In other dimensions, I am physical and still practicing my shamanism. Yes. Other dimensions, I am back in the day of Jesus the Christ, making my sandals. In another dimension, I am still on the continent of Atlantis, still living in that mountain, in that cave in the mountain. Boy, oh boy, is it beautiful. This is when and where I learned about life. On Atlantis, I was what you can call a marshal in the force, kind of like your military. And I had been given orders, I had taken orders, and it gotten to a point at which I was tired of taking orders. I was tired of obeying. Orders and obedience will kill one's soul. So I decided to quit, walk away, and I found a mountain with a nice cave, and I lived in that cave for the rest of my life, all by myself. I then learned about life, love, and compassion, because there were countless animals around me on that mountain, birds flying in the air, and I watched all of those animals, and I learned from them. I learned that freedom is what life is really all about. Freedom, love, compassion. And that was the real religion. Freedom, love, and compassion. Today, religion is all about, some of it is good, some of it is good. Most of it is all about control, fear. What else, my friend?
Are all of us, all of our past lives that we've had, are they still existing in some dimension?
Yes. Maybe your next question might be, well, how can I contact some of them?
That's a good question.
How can I contact some of them?
Oh, thank you for asking. Let me tell you how. You can use a simple form of meditation. Simply meditate. Sit straight spine, eyes closed, take a couple of nice deep breaths, and just relax, and just let your mind wander. Don't try to not think. Let your mind wander. But as it is wandering, imagine that you are looking at a view screen, like a television, only huge, filling up your entire room. And you are looking at a possible life of yours existing in another dimension of your present reality. Then what you can do is simply imagine you are walking right out of your physical body, right into that view screen. And you are now all of a sudden in that life, and you are that person in that lifetime. Very simple technique to get to be with one of your past lives. What do you think about that?
I like it.
That's really nice. That's a good
I think it's cool.
visualization to have.
Yeah.
And very simple. And it works, my friend. And all you have to do is do it. Don't try, because trying leaves room for failure. So just do it.
I love that you said to let the mind wander, because so much of meditation, I've been told you have to stop the mind from wandering. And I don't know if that's even possible for me.
Not for me either.
It is really not possible, not probable for everyone, because the mind is meant to wander, because the mind supplies you with all of the thoughts that create and design and make up your reality and your life and your physical body and all the rest. Let the mind wander. A nice meditative technique is simply, and this is very simple and very powerful, stand, open your eyes, breathe normally, and just listen to the sounds around you. If you are in a place where there are no sounds, listen to the silence. And just listen. This is all you have to do. This is listening to your reality. Get to know your reality by doing that meditative technique. It will bring you a lot of rewards if you do it. Anything else, my friends?
I have a random question.
Random answer. Go ahead.
I've never, ever been into crystal skulls before. And now all of a sudden I'm obsessed with crystal skulls.
Why?
And that's what I'm trying to figure out. I think it has to do with the channeling and connecting with whatever might want to inhabit a crystal skull as a vessel, because that's what I see them as right now, as vessels for consciousness. Is that something I am on the right track with?
Yes, you can be on the right track with that. Yes, you can use crystal skull as a kind of a conduit, but you can also use a rusty old nail.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter the vessel.
No, it really does.
I don't like the rusty nail.
Your intention is what matters, not what you use. Your intention is what brings life to it all, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Anything else, my friends?
Any suggestions you have for people who believe that they have an ability to do mediumship or to channel, but they have no guidance, they have no one that they can speak with? What advice would you have for them, and how can they figure out if this is something that is real for them? And
if it excites you, it probably can be real for you. I would suggest you have what you call the internet. There are a lot of people on the internet who have a story to tell and to sell. Look at all of those people. Use your instinct. Use your gut feeling, because there is someone out there who can help you to become a medium, a channel, anything else that you would like to become, if you were meant to become it by being born into it. And a real teacher will tell you if you were born into it or not born into it. If you are born into it, yes, we can work together. If you are not born into it, well, you have abilities. We can enhance your abilities to a degree. Look for someone. Use your gut feeling. Use your instinct. You will find someone who will be able to help you. Search your internet. There are a lot of people waiting to meet you. Good ones and, well, not so good ones. So use your gut feeling. That is the best that I can offer.
I've heard you say before that we're all mediums, but not everybody, like we've been talking about, was born into it to be a medium. So how could people with just our basic intuition, instincts, and people who might have some paranormal experiences or feel people around them, but they would never be a professional, let's say, how can people that are just born with what everybody has develop themselves, develop their abilities?
By using it.
Okay. So would a person just be spinning their wheels? Maybe they're really born to work with energy or work with some type of healing modality.
In that case, the individual will find their way into perfecting that and become that. Not everyone is a medium. Not everyone is a channel. Not everyone is an artist. Not everyone is all the rest. You know what I mean. Everyone has abilities to a certain degree. Everyone is an empath. Everyone. Because all people share emotions all the time. You are all empaths. All people are. Not everyone is a channel. Not everyone is a medium. But you may have abilities. You can develop those To a degree. So when you feel someone around you, pay attention. Listen. Are they talking to you? Write it down. Record it. If you feel someone and nothing else is happening, well, go about your day. Go about your business. Try it again the next day. But don't try it, because trying leaves room for failure. So simply do it. Do it again the next day, and then the next day, and see what happens for you. If you get nowhere, then you were really, as you people say, not meant to be a medium, a channel, an artist, a painter, and all the rest. If something happens, pay attention to it. All you can do is practice what you have to practice with. Everyone has abilities of one form or another form. Practice them. See what happens for you.
I have one more question, but I'd like to give the floor to Annalisa or Terry if they have any other questions.
All right.
I think, I don't necessarily know how to form this question, but it's about conscious channeling versus trance channeling. Does one lead into the other, or are they very specific individualizations of channeling?
Individual.
Okay.
What you call a trance channel does not have to do conscious channeling or become a conscious channel. A conscious channel does not have to become a trance channel. Everything is different, my friend.
Okay. So it's more of an intention?
You have to decide what is right for you. Go ahead, say it.
Okay. So sorry. No, I just wanted to know if that was an intention that you could do to do both, or is it just you're able to do this and you're not able to do that?
You can channel. You can use automatic writing.
Mm-hmm.
You can use conscious channeling, but it does not mean you are a conscious channel, because you are a channel, a trance channel. If you want to use that word trance, I would suggest a different word.
Okay.
You create that word because you are doing it.
Got it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anything else, my friends?
I have a question. So when Sue talks to people that have crossed over, is that a form of channeling when they're talking to her and giving her messages? I mean, I don't know that Sue, you'll have to answer this. I'm not sure if you're like in a state of,
I'm in an altered state of consciousness for sure.
Altered state of consciousness. That's what I was trying to.
Yes.
Ditto.
Mediumship, conscious channeling, automatic writing, those are forms of channeling. Does not mean you are a channel. If you are a channel, does not mean you are a medium or a conscious channel. Does not mean you can use automatic writing. You do what you do best. You specialize in what you do. And you leave everything else up to those who specialize in what they do. Do you understand that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Good.
The question I was going to ask, and this is for anyone who is listening, who is developing any kind of mediumship abilities or has experiences with people coming through, and sometimes it'll happen very randomly out in public, people you don't know, a neighbor. I know that when I get information and I'm not doing a reading and some information comes through, it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to give that person the information. I don't need to go running up to a stranger and say, "Oh, are you open to receiving a message?" No. A lot of times it's not our place to do that.
No.
Sometimes it is appropriate, but not very often.
So when that happens, keep it to yourself.
A lot of people may not know that. They may think that they need, because they're getting the information, they need to go and tell the person, and that's not necessarily true.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Consent is a thing.
Yes.
And sometimes you're getting sorry, Abram, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Don't be sorry, my friend. It is fine. If you are in a grocery store, you are getting information, and you kind of look weird because you are almost in what you call a zone, and someone looks at you and says, "Hey, are you a medium? Do you have a message for me?" Then give your message.
Exactly.
Or you can say, "No, I'm not a medium. I'm just crazy."
Yeah, well, two things can be right at the same time.
Absolutely.
I was actually in a store once, and someone came up to me literally and was like, "I am a channel, I'm a medium, and I just want to congratulate you on your pregnancy." And I was like, it would have to be the second coming, because there's no way I'm pregnant, but thanks for insulting me.
Oh, God.
Be careful what you say to people is all I'm saying.
Now, if I were you, I would have immediately said, you know something? I'm a channel also. I'm a medium also. I'm an empath also. And I am getting a vision of a meteorite hitting your house. So you better go home and get some insurance on your house right away.
Oh, Lord.
I wish I had you there then. Yeah.
There's an example that I'd like to give people is that there is a person that I know, and I saw them doing some kind of task in their yard or around their car or something, and I got the information that that person's relative, a relative of them, was going to die within the next 2 months. That is information that I am not to give out, but it was information that I received, which it did happen. So that is my example for people. It's not our place to do that, to let them know, oh, you better watch out for a member of your family because they're not going to be alive in 2 months.
Just because you get information from someone does not mean you have to deliver the information for that someone.
Exactly.
Use your gut feeling. Do you feel it is all right, or do you feel it is just to keep for yourself?
Exactly.
You will arrive at the best answer for yourself, because all of you people have all of the answers in you anyway.
Right.
True.
Any more questions, guys?
I'm good.
Me too.
Thank you.
Are you really good?
Thank you.
I am.
We're
I'm
very
amazing.
good.
How good are you? Are you just good or very good?
Very, very good.
No, very good.
Very,
Very
good.
good.
Keep it that way. Keep it that way. I've enjoyed being with all of you. I love all of you.
So nice to meet you. Thank you very much, Abram.
Absolutely. Enjoy your day. And, well, if it is meant to be, we will see each other again. If it is meant to be. Just playing with you. Thank you, Mike. How'd it go?
Hi.
Good.
It was great. How do you feel?
Good.
Does that take a lot of energy out of you still?
No, it gives me, it's like healing. It gives me energy.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Takes me, about a minute to wake up completely, but there have been a lot of times when I just didn't feel like doing a session for someone. Maybe I had a headache and just don't feel good, and do the session anyway and feel a lot better afterwards.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah. When I first started, it would drain me, but not anymore.
That's
Super cool.
yeah, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a
We're
time
like-
of silence now, or what?
I know, right? We're like, I tell you, it was like meeting a celebrity for me. So I'm all very golden retriever energy right now.
You got some good information. Both
I
of
sure
you.
did.
Both of you got really good information.
Yes.
So today's the day, Terry.
I know.
10 minutes. You've got 10 minutes.
And if you ever want to practice, I'm here.
Me too. I think
appreciate
that's a nice little trio, quadruple thing that we've got here. That would be fun too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Just taking it all in, and I love it. This is awesome. This has been my favorite one yet so far.
Maybe in the future we can have Abram kind of guide us, let's say for each of you and me, but you guys first, of connecting with a source, whatever you need to connect with, and have him kind of guide you through that.
I would love that.
Yeah,
What do
we
you
can
think,
do that.
Tom?
Yeah, we can do that.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. We're all kind of soaking it all in, so I don't know
We
that
really
we
are.
really have anything else to talk about.
I think we did it. I think it's been an incredible hour that we had today.
Yeah, this has been fun.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Thank you, babe.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Anytime
Finally get to
at
hang
all,
out with the
just
hubby.
like the Beatles song.
Yeah,
Anytime
it's-
at all, just like the Beatles song.
You what?
Anytime,
Anytime
at
at all.
all. Uh-huh.
I love
And
you.
it-
All you gotta do is call and I'll be there.
I'll be there.
It's good to see you, Tom. I miss your face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You moved away. You're far away now. Yeah, it's
I
good
am
to see
far
you too.
away.
She's on my coast.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's happy.
And I'm ecstatic. Yes.
Good.
I am definitely in the mindset of doing this channeling mediumship stuff because
Me too.
all of the negativity from my job and all of that, negativity from being in Jacksonville is all gone. So I feel like my whole being is just open.
Are
And
you still working your job, or did you retire?
No. I retired in April.
Oh, good. So now you have time to devote to
Yes.
your friends out there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
All right. So I guess this is it.
I guess so.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for staying around and listening. We will see you next episode.
Like, subscribe, and share. You forgot that.
Not
part.
only that, but hit your notifications so you get notified.
Hit the bell.
I know. It helps. It really helps.
And
It's
if anybody
crazy how
has,
much it's needed.
and if anybody has any questions, put them in the comments.
Oh, please put it in the comments.
If you
Let's
have
have
a
a
subject,
conversation.
yeah, if you have a subject matter you want us to discuss.
They can put comments in YouTube. I don't know about the other
Yes.
podcast platforms.
But YouTube definitely.
Yeah, definitely YouTube.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube.
YouTube is free. I don't know about all the other places. I think you have to have a subscription. So YouTube is the free. And so yes, like, share, do all the rest, notifications. It really, really helps us. We're building a community here. And that's the only way that we can get out and reach more people, is if you help us do that and be a part of what we're trying to grow here. So we will see you next time. Thank you. We love you, and take care. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If this episode resonated with you, please follow, turn on notifications, and share it on your favorite social platforms. And tag us so we can grow this community together. We love you, we appreciate you, and we will see you next time.